a quick disclaimer, I did not buy this, it was actually sent to me, so thank you very much from KIMAFUN, I think that's how you say it, or KIMAFUN, something like that. Yeah, they actually sent it to me to do a review on, and as always, I will give you my honest opinion on what I actually think of it. We are going to be comparing this, believe it or not, with the DJI wireless system, which I'm actually using right now. There's a mic for it. The other bit's in my pocket, and then there's another bit over there, and it goes into my recorder, and this will be going into my recorder, so it should, in theory, come out the same sort of quality. And the other thing I liked about this one, it's £200 cheaper than my DJI. £200 cheaper. I will put links in the video description in case you want to go and check them out. So with that, let's do the unboxing, shall we? I think we'll go this one. There's nothing really to look around on the box, but I did have a quick look, and it shows you the picture, and it shows you 6 models, or 6 different models that they do, and we are doing the KM650-1 apparently. And what end did I cut? I can't remember. Oh, there you go. Get her out. So it should be in 2 parts. You have a transmitter and you have a receiver. Yeah, it should be. Now my luck, I've got it totally wrong. Right, so it comes in a nice little case. Oh, it's quite solid as well. I like it like that. Yeah, protects it. Instructions, wireless microphone KM650-1, and I would have thought that'd be in multilingo. Yes, it is. Yeah, multilingo, so depending on what part of the world you're in, it should be very helpful. I will read that later just to make sure I know what I'm doing. So, KIMAFUN, nice solid case. There is a bit of padding there, a bit of movement, but apart from that, it's pretty good. Well, even with that, it's good. Love the case, by the way. Oh, nicely laid out. So we have a jack plug to jack plug. That side's got 3 rings, which will be ideal to plugging it into a phone, if you need to plug it into a phone. And that one's got 2 rings, which would be ideal to plug it into anything else. But yeah, if you want it to be recognised, it says actually on their phone actually. Just noticed that. Yeah, if you want it to be recognised when you're using a phone, you need to plug in that one. Yeah, that will recognise it. So yeah, very nice little touch. Won't be actually using it on a phone, but I wanted to explain that to you first. Now what's it say on this one? It says camera. Right, so 2 rings. So that will just work as, or it will recognise it's just pure audio. Yeah, so it goes into your camera. Won't be going into our camera, it'll be going into my recorder. Yeah, I have a Zoom H6 recorder, and that's what that will be going in. To test it like I'm testing it right now, or using it. USB, that is USB to Type-C connection. And I believe this is for charging, and it's a dual charger, or dual charger cable. And what I mean is, I will quickly show you, you have 1 USB, and you have 2 USB Type-C connections for charging it up at the same time, or both components up at the same time. I will be charging it up. Get that out of the way. We have a fluffy. I do like my fluffies. So a wind muffler, alright? I call them fluffies. I'll get her out. Oh, it's a nice bushy one. Oh, something else there. Oh yeah, we'll do this one first. So this, looking at that, it will go on the mic and then give it a little twist to lock it in place. Yeah. Little wind fluffer. Yeah, it's a little fluffy. And this is just to stop things like when you pronounce your P's and your B's. Just a little cushion. Again, a wind muffler, but more designed for indoors or light wind, where that one does heavy wind. Well, I'm not sure what's in this one, but we'll have to have a look, won't we? I'll get it open. Oh, it's another cable. It's a microphone. That's interesting actually, because now what do? Do I test it with that microphone, or do I test it with that microphone? Tell you what, I'll test it with both microphones, because all microphones, although you know they're basically all the same, they have slightly different mics and slightly different technology inside, so they might sound a little bit different. So we will be testing it with both, that microphone and that one. That one first, I think. Nicely protected. So I'm guessing the taller one is the receiver, I'm guessing. So we have out and headphone socket, which is standard. A couple of LED lights on there, a screen for display, maybe a plus and a minus, power button, and belt clip. Yeah, looks very good. Oh, and USB for charging, which I will be doing in a second. Get that out of the way. So this will be for your microphone, as you can see. So you can actually use the onboard microphone, which is that baby there, which is the same as what I'm wearing at the moment, same sort of system. Or you can do a plug-in, which is what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be doing a plug-in, USB Type-C connection for charging, a display, 2 LED lights, giving you information. One's going to show power, and the other one will obviously show, well, hopefully it's obvious, recording, same as that one. Or actually it might be showing linkage, that they're linked up. On-off button, plus and a minus, and a belt clip. So with that, I'm going to make sure they're fully charged first, and then I'm going to give it a test. Well, I left it an actual day to charge up, not because it's slow charging, I just thought I'll do it the next day. So that's why I've got a different shirt on, okay? So I've got my original mic plugged in that I had yesterday into the transmitter, and from the transmitter we have a connection to the receiver, and from the receiver to my Zoom H6, which does all my recording. I'm using the original lead that I had in the first place. I'm not using theirs. And the reason for that is they should be exactly the same anyway. It should give you exactly the same signal. So hopefully from what you can hear good quality audio. We will be testing the other mic in a minute, but hopefully it says it should be nice and clear. I did have to adjust the output of the transmitter because it was a little bit too strong and I was peaking out quite a bit, so I did have to minus it. Also, the on-off button is a mute button as well, and that's the same on the receiver as well. You can press the mute button on the transmitter or the receiver to mute the mic. I'm going to quickly show you right now. And you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, so that works fine. Hopefully, like I said, the quality is really good, easy to do. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to unplug the actual mic, this mic here, and I'm going to use the onboard mic. Right, so now I'm going to put it roughly in the same place. So it's round about there, wasn't it? So I'm not sure what that's going to sound like. It should sound a little bit different because they normally do anyway. But it might be the same. And it's hitting higher markings. See that? It's going up further. It's weird, isn't it? Eh? But there you go. So now what I'm going to do is plug in their microphone, because we want to hear how good a quality their microphone is. Right, so now I'm using their microphone. Hopefully, like I said, it shouldn't sound that different, but it might be a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? It should sound slightly different, or maybe not. It may be exactly the same quality as the other microphone, because they are basically the same, but like I said earlier, there are slight different technologies on how they set up their microphones or what equipment they use for transferring the information from one to the other and vice versa. So hopefully the quality is really good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to unplug that and plug my DJI in, and we're going to have a listen to that without doing any adjustments. So give me a second. Let's quickly get her out. Oh look, that's gone crazy. What's going on? Right, let it settle down. There you go, settled, I think. Right, any difference? I don't know, because I haven't listened to it myself. Like I said, I'm just experimenting, trying different ways of finding out if it's equally as good as the DJI, this baby here, that costs £200 more than this little baby. So far, without listening to it, the only difference I can see is there is a different display. There's a lot more you can do on adjustments in here. Plus, you can actually record on this as well. You can't actually record on this. And this is a lot lighter as well, believe it or not, or both of them are a lot lighter than these babies. But like I said, £200 difference between the two of them. So I'm going to go back to the new one, because that's what we're doing a review on. I hope I didn't, mess up that bit. Hopefully I didn't. So like I said, this is coming out a little bit quieter than the DJI, and that's because I turned it down. So what I'm going to do now, believe it or not, I only get a different case as well with DJI, but there's nothing wrong with that case. Does everything you want it to do, looks after all your little bits and bobs, Yorkies, bits and bobs. And right, so with that, like I said, I'm going to have a listen to it. I'm going to tell you what I think about it, because I will be using my headphones to have a good listen to it and make sure that they sound exactly the same or as near as possible the same. I will have a little adjustment on the volume levels to try and get them equally level on the settings or in my software that I use, to try and make sure it's balanced evenly. So I will do adjustments for both of them to get the balance as close as possible, if that makes sense. So I'll be back in a second. I have had a good listen to the audio using my headphones, and at the beginning there was some interference, and I do believe it's coming from my aircon, because I've got my aircon running. I've got it running now as well. And the funny thing is that when I plugged in my DJI, I didn't have no background interference, but when I plugged in this unit again, I didn't have no interference. So it just might have been picking something up and then sort of sorted itself out, because like I said, it just went. And it was only quiet background noise. It wasn't, like it would ruin the actual audio quality. It was just, I could hear it. You might not hear it. You might not be able to hear it, but I heard it, like I said, wearing my headphones. And I thought, there's a little bit of noise there. Quality of the audio, well, I couldn't tell the difference really between the DJI and these little babies. Like I said, the DJI is £200 dearer than these. If you're looking for a cheap audio or transmitter receiver equipment like this could be perfect, because they work. It does everything it says it does. How long the batteries last, I don't know, and that's going to be very difficult to find out. I could just leave it on and say, oh yeah, it lasts this long. But 9 times out of 10, you don't leave them on for hours while you're recording, because if you're like me and you're sitting in front of a camera like now, or even if you're out on the street filming, you're not filming constantly for like 10 hours. At some point you will have to charge them up, and you will need some way of charging it up, like a power bank actually. You could use a power bank. I have a power bank, which I normally have this plugged into for moving it about, because it makes it more convenient. Yeah, so you just need a power bank. If you're out and about and you need to charge these up, job done. Yeah, audio quality is perfect. Ease of use, again, perfect. Very simple to use, no issues with that. There's no bells and whistles, if you like, to confuse you, going into your settings, adjusting this, adjusting that. There's none of that. It is basically plug and play. You turn it on, connect all your connectivity, and I'm using the microphone. I'm actually using this now, and I'm watching my audio levels, and they're fine. They're around about 12 decibels or just over, and yeah, it should be fine. You should be able to hear me nice and clearly. Hopefully I've done everything right. Hopefully now you can get a good idea whether or not you're going to buy something like this. Like I said earlier, I did not pay for these. They were sent to me, but I'll always give you my honest opinion, and also I will stick links in the video description in case you want to go and check them out. So with that, let me know in the comments whether you thinking about buying some of these, and also if you do like this video, consider giving me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So with that, you know what to do. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, and please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. And I've got a nice belt clip as well, easy to use. Oh, bye.